Hello, let's do a quick behind the scenes video. Haven't done one of these in a while, so it's me. So when I say quick, I don't know how long this video will be, but to give you an update of where we are and what's going on and what you can expect on the channel and in the deployment zone very, very soon. And ulterior motive, the main reason for doing this is because people have been asking for dice for a long time, and the dice have finally turned up, and I've immediately ordered a chunk more dice. These are the colours we've got: pearl blue, new pearl red, and new pearl black, and the black actually looked quite funky. So I've immediately ordered some more because we ran out of the dice fairly quickly after the last chunk of dice came through. So these are available for those of you who were waiting for it. If you want to know how to order the dice, then go to deploymentzone.tv, click on the merchandise page. That will tell you how to order the stuff. It's molded, it's not printed, so it doesn't wear away. So that's there, that's happening. The dice are back in. There's a 2,000 point Tyranid game versus Blood Angels coming up on the channel on Sunday. This is the list I bought. This is the table I fought on versus Sleepy Danvers. And it was a very good game. And I'm playing again on this table with the same list tonight with Gruntos SEO. It's one of the original SEOs. We're not filming it. I do actually play the occasional fight and don't film it, such as tonight. So I haven't bothered breaking up the table, which is something I normally do straight away. The previous fight, the most recent one went up on Tuesday on the deployment zone. And for those of you waiting for AdMech, that's an AdMech fight versus the Tyranids of Shai Halad, and that was a very close game. Very much enjoyed that one. So that's up there. What else? There's a new Phoenix Rise supplement coming out. Hopefully Games Workshop will send it through to me. The new Phoenix Rising supplement contains proper armies in it with power armor. So I'll actually open that one up because GW did send me through this thing, but it hasn't got a proper army in it, so I didn't bother opening that one up. I didn't want to waste everyone's time with that thing. But the new one has got power armor in it, so I'm interested in ripping that one out of the plastic cover if I get it, and sharing that one with you. That might actually be up before this video if they send it through, not sure. So that's happening. In a couple of weeks' time, I'm going up to see Say Hi Paul for the first time ever, actually going to his place. And when I say me, there's a chunk of us going up to see Say Hi Paul. The Claw will be there, Mr. AP Byrne, Mikey P, Rob not Steve, Steve not Rob, Liam, Brom will be there. Liam's pulled out. I don't know why he's pulled out, but he said he's pulling out. And there's a chunk of us going up and staying at Say Hi Paul's house overnight and getting drunk and playing 40k and Wii Fit or something. He's got some sort of, it's like lads on tour at his house, which is, I wouldn't invite loads of people like that here, but he's quite keen to get us all up there and have like a bachelor weekend sort of thing. I don't know, I'm not a bachelor. So that's happening, and I'm going to do some big debates while I'm there, and I have to film something with Mr. AP Byrne while I'm there because I'm already filming the next campaign called 27 Minutes, which will be out on deploymentzone.tv, where the Scopum Space Marine chapter and the Death Watch are hunting for Howling Mad Murphy. Murphy's War. Is he a myth? Is he real? Find out in 27 minutes. So that's coming, and we're a bit behind on the filming there. So when I go up to see Say Hi Paul, and we're all going to laze around and get drunk and whatever we're going to do, pillow fight, I don't know. We're going to actually catch up with some of the filming there. It was supposed to just be a day off really, or a couple of days off, but we're behind. It takes so much time, and the Champion of Chaos campaign is out on deploymentzone.tv, so I want to do another campaign after that one. So that's what's happening there, and I'm a bit behind now. I haven't got very many games logged in the bank, literally one or two. I haven't got very many stuff in the back catalogue on the back burner. I'm playing catch up right now because I'm behind, and I've been away for training, for work, some kind of NEBOSH course. That's a health and safety course they made me go on, which sucked because I was on a health and safety course. But it was good because I wasn't at work. Work is a factory in Swindon, which sucks because it's a factory, and sucks because it's Swindon. For those Americans out there, Swindon is a small working class town on the M4 corridor, surrounded by the West Country. The West Country is a bit like, I don't know. Well, put it this way: lots of husbands and wives may also be brothers and cousins and sisters and things. It's a unique experiment with the gene pool of the human species. It's not a place that you would ever see on a travel brochure when you're coming to the UK, but there are jobs here. It's a working class town. So yeah, I was away for that course, which, yeah. And I'll give you an example of how much it sucks here. So I rang up, me and the wife have only got one car and she had to go to the hospital. So she couldn't pick me up on the last day of the NEBOSH course. And the first couple of days I drove there and back on my own because she wasn't at work because of the hospital thing. And then on the last day she had this hospital visit. So she dropped me off in the morning. And then in the afternoon, when I needed picking up, she was rudely at the hospital, which is just, rude. So I rang up the taxi firm and say, hi, I'd like picking up from the White Hart Pub, please, which was on the corner of where we were studying. And they said, yeah, sure, just wait a minute, we'll be there in a second. And I waited and waited and waited. And half hour later, in the freezing November rain, I finally got a phone call from the taxi saying, we're here. And I'm looking around in the car park saying, no, you're not. And the taxi said, but you said the White Hart Pub. And I went, yes, I did. And he said, in Cricklade. And I said, no, that's a different town. Swindon. I said, White Hart Pub, Swindon. Why would you go to another town? You're a taxi service from Swindon. Why would you drive 10 miles north to another town and then call me from... And he said, oh, I'm terribly sorry, Albin. I'll ring the people. I'll let the depot know and they'll get another taxi out to you as soon as possible. So I went inside the pub, sat down, had a Coke, just a Coke, no Guinness or anything like that because, had to go to the hospital, meet the wife, couldn't turn up, pissed. And waited and waited and waited, and then after another half hour, I decided to ring back the taxi firm and say, hey, where's my taxi? And they went, well, what taxi? I need a taxi from there. It's been over an hour now. You sent it to the wrong town. I said, oh, where do you want picking up? I said, you don't know. I need the thing. I need a taxi. I've got to get to the hospital. And they said, okay, we'll send a taxi out to you. Is the postal address this? I don't know the postal address of this pub. I'm just sat in this pub drinking Coke, waiting for a taxi for over an hour. 1 minute, I'll call you back. Put the phone down. Bit huffy now. British people tend not to be this huffy, tend to apologise quite a lot, but I'm getting a bit huffy now. She's texting me on the phone saying, where the hell are you? Hold my hand. And I'm like, no. So I asked the guy in the pub, like, where are we? What's the postal? They tell me the postal address, ring them back up again and say, hi. Third time, need taxi from pub. He said, yes, what's the postal address? Is it this? I went, no, it's not that one. That's Cricklade. This is the postal address of the pub in Swindon that I'm calling you from for Swindon, for a Swindon taxi driver. I said, okay, we'll be there as soon as we can. And then they turned up even half hour later after that. So it was over an hour and a half waiting for this taxi. Got in the taxi, bombing down the A419 to the hospital. The guy was literally the worst driver I have ever had the misfortune of sitting in a car with. He was like some 170-year-old British dude listening to Kenny Rogers' country and western on the radio in a clapped out Volvo estate which was rattling around all over the place in the wrong gear. He curbed, he was overtaking a truck down the A419 down this A road and pulled out on the right to overtake this truck. The truck was doing 50, so he thought he'd accelerate up to 53 miles an hour to get past the truck. Obviously, everyone's bombing up behind him, beeping, not... And he's so far onto the right, while going 53 miles an hour down a motorway, he curbed his wheels on the right side. He was so far over, hitting every pothole, hitting every drain, and yeah, he was all over the road, this guy. Honestly, when you get to about 170, maybe not 170, maybe 100, people should have licenses taken from them, surely, because, half blind and arthritic and stuff like that. I don't know. Eventually, he got me to the hospital, to the wrong entrance at the hospital, so you have to go all the way around to find the right. Anyway, that was my day. Because stuff like this has been happening to me for the last week or so, I'm a bit behind on Warhammer 40k content. So that's why I thought I'd shove this behind the scenes video up. What kind of rant was that? That was a weird rant. Yes, so the other Phoenix Rising book, the one with the proper armour, is coming. Hopefully Games Workshop will send it through. There'll be a review of that. This is coming up on Sunday. The dice is in the deployment zone. Check out the merchandise page there. There's more campaigns coming soon. 1 minute. One more thing I really must mention, which is way overdue, which is the Winter's SEO Patron is shutting down in the next couple of days. It'll be gone by the weekend. So thank you to all the patrons who support me over the years on Patron. You guys are absolute legends. I very much appreciate the support. Most of you have moved across to DZTV Patron. There's a link in the video description below. If you want to support me through Patron and you want to get in the Discords and you want to join in all the chats with all the other patrons, that's one way to do it. If you just want loads of extra videos, then subscribe to deploymentzone.tv. And thank you to all the people who have subscribed to deploymentzone.tv, keeping the dream alive, building the supporters that we have, so eventually I can get out of the factory and make more content for you and do this full time. That would be awesome. That would be living the dream. So yeah, that's happening. That's behind the scenes. Why didn't I ring Uber? Oh yeah, Swindon is the place where Uber came to die. Uber came here a couple of years ago, wherever Uber was a thing. And you could get Ubers originally, and then it just died out. So there's only taxis here now, no Uber. Uber died in Swindon. That's it. Thanks for listening. Happy wargaming.